Vivek, welcome to HEX Star. I am so happy to see you here. You just finished your 10 weeks of HEX Intensive, and I want to know from you, how's been your experience so far?
Right, awesome, Vinny. So first of all, thank you for the opportunity. I'm doing fantastic, and there's a lot of energy in me. But let me get to the crux of the question itself, right? So for me, this program has served a number of benefits. Okay, making it a very enriching experience. So I can tell you very confidently that the knowledge about nutrition that I've gained as part of this program has been very helpful. Okay, where it helps you to realize the type of food, the nutrition it gives you. Therefore, you're more conscious of the food intake, and you ensure that you just feed yourself for nutrition. Then I think I can also call out various different aspects that I got as benefits from this program and the overall experience. I think I can call out the one-on-one discussion that I had with Vinny was very helpful, right? And then the group support that was there on the weekly calls, that was even more helpful for us because everybody brings in a different perspective, asks different questions. So even though I may not know something, but because somebody else has asked, right? So it then becomes a learning experience for me, right? The group support calls in that sense. And then I think the most important thing is all the learning video modules what we have, right? And we receive it on a daily basis, correct? So you're not overwhelmed with a lot of content that comes all together at once in the beginning, as it happens in some other programs, but we just receive a daily dose, okay? Right. Daily modules. So which I think is a very, very good approach, a very structured approach. That was very helpful. And I think if I can also call out the support that we got from you in terms of any question or clarification, we can raise it on the Facebook group that was set up, right? And then the community support that comes along with it. So a lot of different things. And last but not the least, I should also make a mention of this, that the PAL support that was there set up as part of the program since the beginning, right? It just helps you to discuss. So you just feel like, yes, although I'm part of this group, right? Although I'm part of this batch, but then I have one person with me who I can discuss, share my plans, right? Share my progress. And if I want to clarify something, right, and clarify my thoughts, that is also there. So I think overall, it's a well-structured program. So it's an awesome experience I've had.
So glad to hear that, Vivek. And you did mention that there are so many things which are different in this program from the other wellness and weight loss program. Do you want to dig in more deeper and maybe more specific points how this program differs from so many other programs which are there out?
Sure. One thing that I said about being different on this program is that you're not overwhelmed with something given to you all at once. Okay. Now, so this program teaches you that execution doesn't work on, say, motivation or willpower, right? Which is very temporary in nature. So it's different from the other programs in that wherein you're not given a diet chart on the first day and then you're said you just need to follow it, right? So what happens there is somewhere down the lane, we tend to get deviated from the diet chart. You want to have a cheat day for yourself, right? You lose your focus somewhere because of some kind of social interactions that you may want to have, right? Within your family, outside with friends, etc. So many different situations can come up because of which you then tend to deviate from the chart itself. And then you start to feel guilty. Oh God, I have missed out from, following a certain thing. So instead, here what I've seen is that we tend to work on the habit formation. Okay, so it works on changing your food psychology, right? Which then leads to change in identity for yourself, right? So it's a step-by-step, very scientific and structured way. Okay, we tend to eliminate the different types of eating. What we have, you can have your emotional craving, which we call it as emotional eating. You eat for variety. Okay, you eat for hunger, right? So we then tend to feed ourselves in so many different ways. But essentially, what should happen is we should just eat for nutrition. It's just like how you put fuel in your car for the car to function and run. That's how you're supposed to be treating your body as well. You're just supposed to give some nutrition to the body for it to function well and lead a healthy life. So I think that's how the principle is in this program and very different from the others to me.
Wow, great. That was so great and so nice to hear from you, your perspective of the program. And since you mentioned, Vivek, there have been so many things which are different in HEX Intensive. What is your few of the best pickups or the things that you like the most in this program?
Right. Okay. I have a lot to say, so let me drink a little bit of water before I say that.
Sure, sure.
Right. I think first I should start with you, Vineet. So I think, Vineet, yourself, you've been a very caring teacher. Okay. So that's been a huge plus point for us. So I thank you for that. Right. I've seen you give attention and respond back to each and every one of us as students in terms of query that we ask, any clarifications, and then the support, that all of them give you all through this journey, from yourself, from your peers, the community that you have. So all of that is constantly encouraging each one of us. And I've also been benefited as part of that particular community support and the support that you as a person give to all of us. I think the other good thing which I'd like to mention is around the process that is established, something like process and the system, something like the goodie box, okay, where you tend to give a good comment for yourself whenever you have done something, right, lived up to their expectation, things like that. So it tends to motivate you along this journey. And I think people will learn about it when they actually execute it. So I found that goodie box to be a really good system. Okay, then we have the do not break the calendar, right? So that again, you tend to put a cross mark against each and every day as you go along this journey. And then when you see them all together, you're encouraged. It's like I've been performing consistently on a daily basis. So such a encouraging feeling. And then you've got the pal call, which I just mentioned. You have a person with you, a buddy, who you can talk to, etc. So
Right.
these all really come in handy, to see your progress, and they'll build the discipline and consistency in how we execute in the program itself, right? And it then becomes a habit. Okay, that's what happened to me. So it was not something that I had to do out of compulsion, but when these systems and processes are established, when this program is so structured in such a way, then it's just the part where it just becomes a habit, and you tend to just keep doing it in a very natural way. Last, so a lot of different things, Vineet. I can keep going on, but then main things is what I try to highlight here.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Vivek. I am now curious to know what has been your top significant results in this program.
Right. Well, you know what? This program objectives serves threefolds, and the main tenets of the program are weight loss, vitality, and wellness. Okay, and for me personally, I would say that I've been benefited across all three fronts. Okay, so I think first thing, if I have to call out the weight loss, I've been able to lose a close to 10 kgs of weight. Okay, that's a huge thing for me because I've been trying to implement different programs, and I tend to lose a little bit, then I gain back, etc. But here, I know that there is a certain maintenance lifestyle we need that you've advocated as well, and I have to implement that to sustain. However, as part of this program, losing over 9 kgs for me and getting close to 10 kgs has been a huge plus point. Okay, that's one in terms of weight loss. Second is I feel a lot of abundance of energy within me. Okay, so that I can really say by the energy vitality quiz that we take, right, and the score that we get. I know when I started on this program, I was 2. Okay, my score was 2. I've been come up to a 7.5 now. Okay, that's a big change.
Yes.
Okay, so that really speaks about the energy part of it, the vitality. Last thing, which is on the wellness, I think I've been benefited on that front as well. I feel good from within, right? It's a feeling that yes, my body is doing well, right? That itself is a huge satisfaction. And I think on this front, I'd say that at the start of the program, I was having little sensitivity around the skin. Okay, that has reduced significantly, and there's a clear difference that I can see and experience. Lastly, I'll also say this, that when it comes to the food cravings, that we have, so many different things because of the food marketing and things that we see around us, the social ecology which is there, all of these things, there's a lot of cravings which is there as part of the system as you've grown over the age. So that has reduced to 70% for me. So 70% reduction in food cravings and addictions, that's again a huge plus point for me. So and I'm very happy about it, that I can really tell, voice out so many different visible points that I've been benefited here.
So many good things happening, Vivek. You have shared so many good things. What all difference it has made in your personal life?
Okay, I think I can start by saying that I have been consistent in doing physical exercise. Okay. And that I have been able to do so because I've shed the extra kilos,
Right.
extra weight that I was carrying with me, right? I don't have to carry that extra weight anymore, right? Since my energy levels have increased, as I just told you, I'm more active and alert. Okay, there is a significant reduction in food cravings for me, which is a huge positive thing, right?
Right.
Knowingly, unknowingly, there's this cravings which is already built into your system. You're part of a corporate, your work profession, and then if at all there is a party, we all know that it's pizza and burgers and all those kind of things, your cool drinks, etc. So
Right.
it's naturally built, even though I have not had a craving towards something, but it's like because as part of the system, I was consuming all that, right? So you may not call it as a craving, but it was there as part of the system. So knowingly and unknowingly, we were all doing it. I think that's a positive thing for me in terms of reduction of food cravings.
Okay.
And overall, I feel happy from within, beneath. Okay, so I think I've become a more confident person. Okay, because of the success that I've achieved in this program, and because of this success, what I've achieved, I feel I can replicate this to other areas of my life. And what I really mean by that is I can set goals, right? And because of the win that I've tasted, I will be able to set goals and work towards achieving it in other aspects of life as well, right? Which is a huge thing. So I have got an achiever kind of quality in me. I just want to achieve, set a goal, achieve, set a goal, achieve. I think overall this is what it is. The life mantra is that you just need to keep progressing incrementally. Okay, don't have a very distant goal for yourself, right? Have small things, have a goal, but then once you see yourself performing and showing incremental progress over a period of time, day by day, it just becomes habit, and you then become a happy person from within. I think that's the most important thing.
Right, I think that is so true because when you are in love with yourself, when you see that you are able to achieve the goals that you set, you feel life is in control. And when you feel that life is in control, you of course are naturally happy and joyful from inside. I also want to know from you, Vivek, what is the ripple effect it has brought in your personal life? For an example, your friends, your parents, your siblings, how do they see you now?
Yeah. Well, I think there has been a positive effect on a few others who have noticed a change in me.
Right.
Okay, my family has become more supportive of what I do from a health and nutrition standpoint. There have been a couple of friends who have noticed me, close friends who have noticed a change in me, and they said they are now looking up to me and asking, what is it that you've done? Okay, so I'm more curious to know, seeing the results that I've achieved, and they tend to inquire what I have done. Right, the overall physique has changed because of the weight loss, and I got appreciated being a part of another group, health group that I'm part of, community that I'm part of. I get appreciation from there also, right? So I think overall, it's I've been able to be an inspiration for others to look after me and see my results, and they also have got inspired to do something for themselves, right? Whether being part of some other program or this program or something else, but it's the inspiration that you play, into the life of others. That I think is a huge thing for me, and the ripple effect that I've been able to create. And I'm sure if I'm able to sustain it, beneath with your support, this is going to grow. This is going to grow for sure, right? There'll be more numbers coming in, and this is a huge positive effects that I am trying to, create in others' lives, and this is a huge blessing for me. Is what I would say.
Yes, absolutely. That's the role model behavior that we talk about in HCX Intensive, that people start looking up to you and you become an inspiration for all of them. So Vivek, so many good things happening, right? You've lost weight up to 10 kg, your food cravings have been reduced, your energy levels have gone up. I want to know, what is your next goal? Maybe in the next 1 to 3 months, where do you want to see yourself in terms of your wellness and weight loss and vitality?
Right. I have thought about it. I'm because I've become more active and alert. There is always a thought process in terms of what next, right? So you shouldn't settle yourself given the moment that you have achieved something. So I have set myself further goals, and there is no stopping with the results that I've achieved. So I want to set further goals, which is to bring down my body weight to an optimal state that it should be. Okay. So being underweight is also not good, right? Being overweight is also not good. There is an optimum weight that is there for your body, and I think each of us should should work to achieve that, and that's going to be my next goal. And I'm going to really work dedicated towards that. The overall wellness of body and mind is of utmost importance to me. Therefore, more than just calling it something as a goal, I just want to make it a second nature for me, okay, which I can execute very naturally. Right. So goal is one aspect of it, but my thought process and mentality is to just build that rhythm and keep marching forward, right? I will achieve many things along this journey. So I just want it to be a second nature of mine, Vinny. That's how I look at it.
That's huge, Vivek. That's huge, and that is so inspirational. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much you will rate HX Intensive and why?
Right. Okay, now this program is certainly going to get a very high rating from me. Okay, nothing less than a 9. So it's 9 upwards is how I like to qualify it. But let's give it a number, right? So 9 is what it is. And there are several reasons for it, Vinny. Okay, and all of these reasons which I call out is something I really need, right? And that's why the score of 9 I need, because that really is the value that I've derived from the program. So I think right from the beginning, I have to call out, it starts from you, Vinny, that you've been a very caring teacher for all of us. You invest your personal time in achieving and ensuring that the student's success is of prime importance. That's point one. Second is that it's a step-by-step program. Okay, it's a habit builder program, right? It works on your psychology and changes your relationship with the food. Okay, you understand the food marketing, which is so very prevalent these days that you just don't know what is happening in the ecosystem. So once you're in this program, you just raise your level of awareness and you're actually in shock. Oh, this is what I have been following all through these years. I've been a victim of it, right? And then your food cravings then get eliminated naturally, right? And then I think this is a complete nutrition program. Okay, so it's funny that I'm going to make this comparison, but the knowledge or the information that you gain by end of this program is more than any doctor can teach you about nutrition. Okay, it's just not taught in medical schools, and I think people who are going to experience this program will learn this by watching several video modules and documentaries, which Vineet is already built into this program. They'll realize this, that doctors have not got the nutrition subject taught in their medical school at all. Okay, it's just very minimal, if at all it exists. So I think from that perspective, I have gained a lot about knowing nutrition. Then I think along this journey, you tend to link how food and nutrition plays a very critical role in all the lifestyle diseases. Okay, which is again very shocking thing. A lot of medical studies are getting conducted, but nobody is looking at it from a food and nutrition standpoint. Okay, the behavioral psychology is the interventions, so-called interventions, is different for each of these research and studies. So it's a sorry state of affairs is what I would say, but that's what it is, reality. But you tend to learn about it as part of this program, and you raise your level of consciousness, awareness around it, and I think that's a positive thing. Then you get a PAL, right? You do a vision board exercise, setting in terms of your goal, the goodie box that I spoke about, the live calls, the support calls that we have on a weekly basis. I think overall it's an awesome experience, and I think the only feeling that you tend to have is you're not alone. Okay, there is a community support, and which is immense. Okay, and you'll only feel this as you come into it and experience it, right? It may be sounding very cliche, but it's the experience is what I think each of us should have to really know that what I'm really saying is meaningful as well in that respect. And I think last but not the least, I'd also say that this program I feel is a really safe and investment, and safe from what you tend to execute for yourself from a food and nutrition standpoint. So overall, it's a huge plus point if at all get in and invest on your health and wellness. So yeah, that's it, Vineet. A lot to say, but I think these are the main things, it just comes off my mind and what I want to share.
Vivek, you are an HEX star. You've been an inspiration. You've got stunning result for yourself, and you are going to be a role model example for others. I wish you all the best, and it was my pleasure to invite you on HEX Star episode.
Thank you, Vineet. Thank you.